Madzonga denies looting R50 million from VBS, claims he was framed. In an interview with Sunday Independent this week, former VEL Investment Chief Executive Robert Madzonga said an unnamed person was paid R200,000 to implicate him in the VBS scandal as part of a well-orchestrated media-driven campaign to collapse the bank and neutralize political rivals. Without mentioning EFF President Julius Malema and Deputy Floyd Shivambu by name, Madzonga said it was interesting that only 2 politicians from one political party have been made the faces of the VBS investigation, even though more than a dozen politicians from 3 different political parties have been implicated in R2 billion scandal. I haven't worked for VBS, but I was the CEO of VEL Investments. I never got any salary from VBS but from VEL, but my name is linked amongst those who allegedly looted VBS. There is a huge political interference in the VBS investigation, and I know someone who was bought for R200 to implicate me and others for nefarious reasons. There are politics at play in this whole investigation. Some politicians want to bring their opponents down using the VBS investigation, Madzonga said. He said some politicians, whom he promised to name at the right time, were using some media houses to drive the desired political campaign because the South African Reserve Bank (SARB) investigation did not produce expected results. The media is being used to drive the NPA to arrest certain people because some journalists were given the names of certain politicians that must be targeted, while the law enforcement agencies have their eyes on the prime suspects implicated in the matter. We are all victims of a political smear campaign, he added. At his roundtable discussion with 5 journalists at the EFF headquarters in Johannesburg this week, Malema also called the VBS investigation a political smear campaign to discredit him, Shivambu, and the 3rd biggest political party in the country. Malema said he would resign from public office if any municipality could prove he influenced them to invest money in VBS Bank. If there is any municipality that can say, "We put money into VBS because Malema said we must do that," I will resign all positions without any hesitation, he said. There is an agenda all the time to discredit us. National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson Siphon Wima yesterday declined to comment on Madzonga's allegations. He referred the Sunday Independent to the Hawks Ombudsman. Advocate Boya Kanio from the Hawks Ombudsman yesterday said anyone who believes there has been political meddling or interference in the VBS investigation is free to lodge an official complaint. Our office is independent from the Hawks and headed by retired Judge Franz Kigemo. We have our own investigators. If there are issues picked during the course of our investigation outside our mandate, we refer them to relevant authorities, Boya Kanio said. Hawks spokesperson Hangwani Malodzi said the claims were baseless. If he has such information, why has he not brought it forward to law enforcement agencies? As a leader, he has a responsibility to do the right thing and report acts of criminality. Last week, Malodzi denied claims of political interference in the VBS investigation, saying anyone with information to the contrary was free to come forward or lodge a complaint with the public protector and other relevant bodies. Nwima said at the time that the investigation would follow every piece of credible evidence of any criminal activity. He added that more people might be arrested as and when they are implicated. 9 people have been arrested in relation to the heist. The latest is former Marifong Municipality Acting Chief Financial Officer Matthews Wienikus, who appeared in court this week. Wienikus was arrested in connection with the investment of R50 of municipal funds in violation of the Municipal Finance Management Act. He joined suspects including former VBS chairperson Shifi Wamatadzi, who has been dubbed the Kingpin, VBS Chief Executive Andile Ramavhunga, former Treasurer Fafi Makudabwane, 2 former board members Paul Magila and Ernest Nezain, Bank Audit Committee member Falafel Ramakazi, and former KPMG engagement partner Saifo Malab. The 8th suspect, Chief Financial Officer Philip Truter, couldn't make it to court because he is under quarantine after contracting COVID-19. The men appeared before the Johannesburg Specialized Commercial Crimes Court sitting at the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court in Cattle Hong 2 weeks ago. They were released on bail of R100 each after being charged with 47 counts of fraud, corruption, theft, racketeering and money laundering. They maintain their innocence. The case was postponed to October 8. In February 2019, Madzonga's estranged wife Cozy accused him of stashing R50M from the liquidated bank in his lawyer's account. He hid R50 million with one of his colleagues in his lawyer's account. He recently bought a beach house in Ballito, Durban, said Cozy. He created a new trust before sequestration took place and hid properties there. He said VBS liquidators and forensic investigators went through his bank account and didn't see any R50M that came his way from the bank or any of its subsidiaries. He admitted he had been collecting luxury cars for more than 20 years. Madzonga, who has been sequestrated for his alleged role in the scandal, added that 5 of his cars were attached as part of the investigation conducted by advocate Terry Motah. I am not a thief or a looter no matter how many malicious articles would be written about me, and I am not afraid of going to jail. I will never be arrested in the scandal because I didn't steal anything. He said the bank was liquidated due to political interference. VBS was liquidated with hope of nailing certain politicians and not because it was being looted. If the reasons were sincere, why didn't they save the bank and deal with the alleged looters criminally? He added that he honestly tried to save the bank because of the pride behind it. I invested R3 million from my own pocket and lobbied another friend to invest R15 million to save VBS from collapsing because we believed in it. But today I am accused as one of the alleged looters.